Baby, you gotta be serious here. The dude's trying to threaten us here. Come on, be serious. Give him some seriousness. Go ahead, go ahead.
When I see you, I will properly.
Folks, welcome to my barbecue show here today. It's a beautiful day here in the Philippines, folks. Absolutely just a gorgeous day. Supposed to have a tropical storm or tropical depression, Wilma, but she hadn't showed up. They usually never do. We're certainly appreciative of that, but it's a beautiful day, beautiful day. I got Filipino wife number 2 over there in the chair, and the beautiful Ruby is picking out gray hairs. Baby, your hair is going gray at a rate to where you're gonna be bald if she picks out all them gray hairs. Anyhow, I got the ladies in the back for a little eye candy on today's show and what I'm gonna do. One of you fine folks out there left me a big long comment, an email. And I'm gonna read that email, and it basically discusses his situation of whether you raise the children here in the Philippines or move back to America. This gentleman might be moving back to America around my age and gonna have to go back to work. That's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm also gonna read a couple of comments of some folks who jockeying for the Handsome Donkey Award. Then I'll read one comment that was sort of a tearjerker from my buddy in Sweden, talking about he got to take a break from my show. Just not down with what I got going on these days. So I'm going to bring that up too. Meanwhile, I'm going to barbecue some chicken wings on the old grill right there. The grill right there is made right here in the Philippines by a company called Barrel Pro. Shout out to the folks down there at Barrel Pro. My pizza oven is out of frame. The kids are over there because they're being real noisy. I had the angle on the dangle, the camera over there. They were too noisy. They made a little swimming pool splashing. I said, no problem. Old single dad will move the camera over here. They can play around the corner, do their activities out of frame, and plus they're too noisy. So anyhow, folks, I want to welcome you to today's cooking show, hangout, discussion about some serious issues. And if it's noisy, hey, you got to deal with it. This is real life. My son and my daughter and my old lady, the one in the chair, are very noisy, all three of them. So welcome to real life here, everyday life in the Philippines. My goodness. Got a salon action going on, but that's good. See if I can't get a tune out of this trombone right here. Smoking just a little cherry pipe tobacco, folks. Nobody get too excited. I'm not into anything illegal. This is straight off Lazada, some Philippine purchased pipe tobacco. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. Can't complain about it because it's what I got on hand right now. But I do miss that stuff I bought in Montana. That was some strong stuff. But this is what I got. I can smoke this all day and don't have too many effects. Okay. What's going on? You got a lot of gray going on?
She got stressed by you.
Stressed by me?
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand there's a saying, if it go gray, it can stay, because you can always color it. But if you have no hair, you got nothing to color, that's a big problem.
I like the bed. She still has many hair.
Okay, all right, well.
Let's remove your white hair.
You're going to take out my gray hair next?
If we remove that, you don't have hair anymore. I don't have any to fix.
Well, I have the video evidence that before I came to the Philippines, before I met you, I didn't have not one gray hair on my head or on my beard. It's that one right there that's caused me all the stress to where I have gray hair now. And look, I take my hat off. I still got a full head of hair. Shit, I see that shit shining from here. I keep the damn hat on. So earlier today, the old lady said I look like a builder with my vest on. I'll start out the show with getting down to business on this here comment, okay? I'm gonna try to read it without putting my old man glasses on. How can I do this? Maybe if I set this thing up over here, sort of bright. A little bit bright. I can't see things up close these days. Another side effect of being here with a Filipina. Not only did my hair go gray, but my eyesight went dead. Can I see that? Man, this might be a challenge. When I see your episodes, your opinions are about 99% of what is going on in the PI. I retired young and moved to the PI in my late 40s, okay? And had some kids late in life, just like old single dad here. Currently mid 50s, so we're about the same age, same situation with the children. And let's see. Kids are currently in elementary school, but I'm deeply disappointed with the schools and their lack of giving a crap here. Reading, writing, and arithmetic is not a priority. I, just like you, went to the province for 2 years and just got back to a bigger city. First of all, the schools. It's a double-edged sword. The schools here in the PI, from a child's perspective, it's a wonderful place to grow up, right? And he'll talk about this in a minute, and I've talked about it on many videos. The focus is more on having a good time, singing, dancing, putting on shows and pageants, everything but academics. Now again, if you're a child, hey, wonderful way to grow up, right? But from a parent standpoint, when's the learning gonna occur? That's what I want to know. And I ask my daughter every day, I say, what'd you learn today? And when we were down in the province, she would struggle to come up with something. She'd tell me about them practicing the dance routine and doing this and doing that, and the upcoming they're gonna sing or do this play or dress up for whatever day. I'm like, hey, did you do some math? What about history? What's that? So we moved back up here to Angeles City. They go to a much better school. And now when I ask her on a daily basis, what did you learn? She's able to spit some stuff out right away. Why? Because she learned something. It's more of what I expect to happen in the schools. But there's still a big focus, in my opinion, countrywide, is not enough focus on academics. It needs to be more of a balance, but that's just the way it is. Then he talked about he moved to the province for 2 years. I myself moved the whole crew to the province, to the old lady's hometown, little small town. She's from a village outside a small town in the northern part of Cebu province. And they basically did province/village training for 2 years. So they would get to know their way around the village, her family, make friends. They got family and friends down there now. So if I keel over right now, I mean, just dead man walking, boom, laid out, right? Oh shit, that looked like some Matrix shit right there. If old single dad passes out right now and they pack up and go home or go back to the province, because that's what most of them gonna do. Filipino wife gonna pack them up, take them down to the province. Now it's like they're going home. Grandma, give grandma a big hug, ooh pow, all the cousins, the aunties, the uncles. It's like home. It's like them going home. It won't be a detrimental experience in that part of it. So I'm not so worried about dying in that sense, right? But if they never went down there, it would be devastating for them to have to go into a place they've never been to, be around people they've never been around. So now that's not the case. They go back down there now, they're going home. So anyhow, my friend did the same thing. Sounds like he moved back to a bigger city, back to civilization, where you can order a pizza, get some grab, get you a cheeseburger, all that good stuff, right? So a lot of similarities in our stories. And let's move along. I did it so my children could experience and see the what true poverty looked like. Okay, that's another descriptor. I would just call it village, province, life, whatever. But he's using the words true poverty. That's true. You want to see true poverty? Go to the old lady's village. All right? Where you're eating on the same table that a goat just shit on. So yeah, they need to experience it. Of course, we live better than everybody in the village. Both my kids are U.S. citizens, and I want to see them succeed in life, but I can't see if that is what's offered here. Okay? Now, you know, those of us foreigners who have kids and they have that option, they're citizens of countries in the West, what have you, then it's real debatable. It's real debatable, and that's what I'm talking about. They have the option of either staying here, going to America. All you got to do is buy a plane ticket, which way to go, what's the best thing to do for these kids, where's the best schools, the best culture, the safety, what do you do? My goodness. So after 7 years, finally got married. I thought a lot, and I applied for her visa to go to the States. All right. Take about 2 years. You know, usually a visa takes around a year, give or take 6 months or so, right? I've heard people get them in 6 months. Used to, it was a year and a half to 2 years. USCIS is a pain in the ass, and I just certainly never look forward to dealing with that agency ever again. I went through that with my Thai wife moving to the States. What a nightmare. Just a black hole agency. You send information, it goes into a black hole. You try to get information, it's like you're talking to the black hole. Anyhow, it took about 2 years. Yes, I know everybody says don't take your wife to your home country, but for 2 reasons I have chosen after 9 years to leave. So my buddy been here for 9 years. I've been on this side of the globe a little bit longer than that, but 9 years is a good time. Coming up on a decade living here, and so this gentleman's got a true evaluation about the dynamics, right? And I think the problem is so much information out there on this platform or Facebook or what have you. It comes from these what I've termed, I've got a new term for them. I call them one-click commanders. Not click, but kilometer, a click. You know, 1 kilometer commanders, one-click commanders, where them motherfuckers, they show up here or they show up over in Pattaya or Siem Reap, wherever the hell they're gonna show up, fire up their old YouTube channel, and from day one think they're a fucking expert on wherever they just fucking landed. But the problem is, I mean, there's a good and a bad to it. The good thing is they are boots on the ground. They are broadcasting from boots on the ground And they're ahead of 99% of the other hard dicks in America that ain't even got a passport, that are just dreaming. Okay, well, you're ahead of the game. You got a passport, a ticket, and now you're making videos, right? But the problem is you just fucking got here. And your area of operations is 1 square kilometer from that bar stool that you go sit on every day and spew out expertise to the other 99% of the people listening to your shit when you don't know shit about the country that you just arrived in. See how that works? So there's a lot of bullshit out there. But when you listen to a gentleman like this, where been here almost a decade, married, got 2 kids, seen the good, the bad, the ugly, lived in the village. Okay, this guy right here has a more informed opinion about general life here, and especially over time. So anyhow, let's see, what do we got going on over here, ladies? Okay, got a lot of noise going on over here. The old lady sounds like a chicken. Okay, once you get done picking the gray hairs out of her hair, what you think that'll take? Another 2 hours, 3 hours? How long?
No, not that many.
Okay, well once you get rid of all the gray hair, then I'll get the fresh, younger version to fire up my charcoal chimney while I continue reading my email here. 2 reasons I have, after 9 years, chosen to leave. One is that in my mid-50s, I got all the high cholesterol, a bit overweight, some other things going on, some health problems. Now look, I just talked about that in a couple videos because I was talking to my buddy, and we were talking about that, like, age 50. 50 is the magic number to where shit starts falling apart. You start feeling the pain. You can't take the hangovers anymore. 50. That's the magic number. You can give or take some years or what have you, but your 30s, your 40s, you can go out and party all night, get up, go to work the next day. At 50, you can still party, but it take you a fucking week to recover. So he, like a lot of folks, are very concerned about health care. That's a whole nother topic to debate about health care. But let me just throw this out there. If you have a whole bunch of health problems and you are a younger guy, say in your mid-50s, and you have a lot of health problems, this may not be the country where you want to retire to. The healthcare system here is not stellar in any way. Okay, you could go to Thailand and not worry. Okay, the healthcare system is jam up there. That's my personal opinion. Matter of fact, I tell everybody, if you're traveling around Southeast Asia or the Philippines and something breaks bad, you don't got to get on a 14-hour flight back to America. You just get your ass over to Thailand and you're going to live. Okay? And then once you get settled, then you can go home to your home country. If you're 80 and you got some health problems, who gives a shit? Go live wherever the hell you want to live, because you're in the 4th quarter. You're in the 4th quarter of life. Who gives a shit at that point? But if you're 50 with health problems where you're going to need some more advanced care or routine care or what have you over the next 20, 30 years, this might not be the place for you. I just want to bring that up, a little ground truth. Because usually what you see a lot of guys who will come over here or to Thailand, living life, they find out something's wrong with them, they got to go home. They got to go back. They're just too scared, or they don't have the money, they don't have any insurance, they go back to get back under the umbrella with whatever they've got, and they're out of here, right? So just all food for thought. So he's talking about some health problems, and let's see, I'm sure that if anything would happen, I would be screwed here in the PI. Okay.
Wait, I'm going to start the fire now.
Do you see me trying to make an award-winning travel show here? I'm trying to talk
I'm going to start a fire.
Trying to talk about serious topics here, about what happens if you get sick here in the PI. And then he said basically if something happened, he didn't use the word screwed. He said basically I'm fucked. All right, so as you are aware, the medical is not the best. Yeah, I agree. I had to get surgery several years ago. The doctor here told me to go back to the USA to get it done. There you go. Go to a doctor here. All right, you need surgery. All right, where do you recommend I get it done, doc? America. You can't make this shit up. Let's see. I need to make it another 15 years so I can see my kids graduate high school. All right, the second reason. So we're talking about two reasons, right? One big reason is healthcare. The other reason is education, plain and simple. It sucks here. Singing, dancing, and beauty contests. The actual education is an afterthought. I've had my kids in private and public schools, and there's no different. The public teacher is in her late 50s, has a bed in the classroom, and sleeps most of the day. The week before exams, she teaches the test. They take the actual test about 4 times before the test day. Again, it's from whose perspective that you look at it. If it's your kids, they love it. They love going to school here. Maria does well in school. Thankfully, she's very good academically. The only problem she has is she's always talking too much in school. She always talks too much and whatever. And she doesn't do real well in Filipino. Why? Because the tests are in Tagalog, and she spent 2 years down there learning Bisaya. And she's back up here among everybody who speaks Tagalog. But anyhow, talking about the big issue is healthcare and education. Healthcare for you, old single dad, and education for the children. Let's see. Talking about just teaching the test just to get by. Another retired friend I know left last year for the same reason. Yes, it will suck having to get a job this late in life, but I made a lot of good life choices. I'll be good financially, but with the price hikes in the U.S., I might find myself back in the PI in 5 years. So all these are good points, because when I decided to punch out and leave the U.S. and go to Thailand, I had a lot of concerns. Okay, it's you get out from underneath that umbrella, that security, that safety of the U.S. But my buddy at the J-Dog, he said, look, what's the worst that can happen? You go over there, spend 5 years, in the prime of your life, blowing it out, having a great time. And you go broke and you got to come back to America and get a job. Oh, they got my lighter. He said, where's the downside to that? You're working anyhow. Well, that was great advice at the time. The problem is these days, when I first left, that's true. I could have just came back in a few years, picked up right where I left off. The problem nowadays with the changes in America, and as expensive as everything is in America, a lot of guys don't have the luxury of saying, I'm going back to America. You don't bring in enough money, and at your age, you can't make enough money. How the hell can you move back to America? I'm not up on everything, but I see the home prices. I see your comments telling me how much food is. I made a couple of brief trips back. It's not the same place I left. So back then, it was no stress. Just go back and get a job. Now it's like, I go back and get a job. How the hell am I going to afford a house? So what he's saying is, you know, I got money, but I'm gonna have to get a job. But if things keep going up, I may have no choice but to move back here. Can't afford to live in America. It's too damn expensive. So all good points to consider. All good points to consider. And it's one of those things, you know, should you sell your house in the States? You know, when I left, I had multiple properties, ended up getting rid of everything. But, you know, I didn't have any plans to return. But it's almost like these days, if you're going to punch out, you own a house, you probably should rent that house for 1 year and give yourself a year in the country that you're leaving and going to move to make sure that that's where you want to stay. Yeah, it sucks being a landlord, but just get a property manager, keep that house for a year. And if shit ain't working in the Philippines or wherever you go, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Thailand, wherever, you can just boot your renters out after that 1 year and go back to your house. Just food for thought. What are you going to do for a job? Well, you're going to have to go back to work, but at least you still have the same house. And you're not over there trying to come up with a $500,000 loan for a fucking 2-bedroom ranch, right? Okay, so back to the comment here. What are your thoughts about schools, especially with my son's condition? Folks, if y'all don't know this, my son has autism. Have you thought about picking up and headed out? I've done so much thinking about it. And if I didn't have kids, I'd stay in Asia until my end. But I need to last a bit longer. Here where I'm at, the foreigners are dropping dead about once a month. I don't want to be the last man standing. I enjoy the show and agree about the food in Thailand and other locations. Keep it up. So, have I thought about picking up and heading out? Yeah. A few years ago, I had a plan in place where we came this close to rolling out and headed to Montana. At the last minute, some things changed, the stars aligned, and I'll just come out and tell you, I got full custody of my daughter. And it derailed those plans at the time. And the Lord works in mysterious ways. But that's the only time that I had considered and made plans to go back over there. So, the school with my son, he goes to a nice little special education program, same school Maria goes to. They both love going to school. The teachers over there are wonderful. So we found a really good situation. Is it up to the speed of the U.S.? No, nothing's going to beat our technology over there and our health care. But these days, the question is, can you afford it, right? Here you can afford these things. So right now, we're in the best place that we can be. And again, with the changes that have happened in America since I left, all these fucking movements, all the violence, the political unrest, people can't even fucking communicate with one another or disagree anymore. With the change in prices, at this point, it's not an option for me. It's just not an option because there's so many other places on the globe that I would much rather go that I can make it and survive. So yes, there was one time when I thought that's what I needed to do, and by the grace of God, it got derailed. Look, am I scared to go back to the U.S. and get a job? No, folks, I'm on my feet from 04 in the morning till about 2100, okay? Sometime around there. I'm not scared of hard work. I'm not scared of going back, getting a job. I'm not scared of going to the Middle East and sitting in the desert or working on an oil rig. I'm not scared of fucking work because a man with no purpose is a dead man. And you see a lot of dead men. I've seen a lot of dead men since I've been over here, sitting on fucking bar stools every day. No, don't bury them coins. You need those for the sorry store. They're not gonna grow. I don't care what they told you. Stop telling her all that bulla over there. Oh my gosh. Well, then why does she want to bury her coins? Okay, if you bury them, I'm gonna dig them up and I'll have the treasure. Yeah, so go ahead, put them all in the ground. Just show me where it's at. Draw me a map. So all good points. And what I've discovered, one of the joys of doing this is that I discovered that there are so many people in the same boat that I'm in with the same worries. Am I making the right decision? I'm over here in the Philippines. My kids are half Filipino, half American. Where should I be? Am I screwing up by not taking them to America? And then you got guys sitting in America saying, these kids, we could pick up right now and move to the Philippines and be around her family, the culture, and get away from all this violence and this inflation and all this shit going on, home invasions. We're all constantly, myself included, constantly evaluating and re-evaluating our choices because of the kids. And I'm the same way. If I didn't have these kids, there was no way in hell I was ever planning on going back to America. My decisions were obviously because of the children and because of my son. But if it weren't for the kids, hell no. The answer would be no, I'm not going back there. There's too many places in the world to go to, and life is too damn short. I'm 52. So I got about less than 20 good Christmases left. You know, once you hit 70, a lot of guys are still spry, but at 70, from that point on, you ain't going up. You start slowing down. So I figure I got 20 good ones left. I got to make every year count. Even if we move to a different place, a different province, live in the mountains one year, live at the beach the next year, live in a city the next year. I got 20 and I'm running out of fucking time. And after 20, I'll have to settle down somewhere. I got a maximum of, maybe 10 different countries I could live in. That's the way I look at it. Okay, I'm not the type of guy to work on an assembly line and live in the same house for 30 years, all right? That's not me if y'all ain't figured that out. Yes, I used to work on an assembly line. I figured out after one day, factory wasn't for me. And after I got out of that factory, I swore I'd never go back. It's just not for me, right? I like to be outside. I like to be on the go. I can't stay on an assembly line, but I done it. I did it, and I got a lot of respect for folks who are working on the line. It's a hard damn job. But also standing on a hot roof, doing re-roofing, tearing that tar and that asbestos or whatever the hell it was, dumping it in a wheelbarrow off the side of the building in the hot sun. I done that too. That was a lot rougher than working on the assembly line, but that was for me. I'd rather do that than go work in the factory. Everybody's got their likes and dislikes. So anyhow, my friend, thank you very much for the comment. I wish you the best of luck. If you do end up following through, going back to the States, you just got to embrace it. It's just like I talked about in the video, a lot of guys coming over to spend Christmas with their Filipino wife's family in the village. They got to buy the pigs and buy all this shit and buy everybody the booze. And a lot of guys don't look forward to it. But I did a video and I basically said, set the conditions to where you will have a good time. All right? Where you don't turn out to be the asshole and you yourself end up having a good time. I got a message, some comments from some of y'all folks and said, you know what? Thank you for the video because now I'm looking at it in a positive light. I am going to have a good time, but I'm not going to go sit in her village every damn day. I'm going to spend 2 days in the village and 3 days in the pool. Everybody will be happy. So good luck to you. You go to the States. Positive, man. Just think about all the places you're going to be able to take your kids and show your kids America. They're gonna absolutely love it. And that's the way I was looking at it too. I was like, you know what? I never planned on going back. These kids have made me change my mind. And now, once I get everybody there, I'm gonna be able to show everybody all the national parks. Man, we're gonna do camping. We're gonna put millions of miles, 1,000,000 miles on a vehicle, showing them the states. Just gotta think positive, man. Think positive, man. Like, count backwards, man. What movie was that from? Damn, King, you dumb. Okay, so let me get over here to the barbecue grill. Ladies, okay, it's not good to leave my lighters right in front of the barbecue grill. They'll get hot and pop. Then how am I gonna start my pipe? Huh? Looks like the ladies have run out my lighters. Now I can't get my pipe. The pink one is I know. After 8 years of language training with the foreign guy, the pink one is I know. Most frequently spoken words out of Fatima is I know. And now my daughter comes up with the koan. I know and koan. Ladies, what does koan mean? Basta kaan, I know. Okay. Well, we didn't even brush on the challenges of communication here. But everybody speaks English. No, they don't. I don't speak Bisaya. Every day we have a language barrier. Not between them, because they just talk Bisaya. They just blah, 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 blah all day long. There was another koan. I don't know if y'all caught it. Okay, ladies. Where's my barbecue gloves? Get my barbecue gloves so I can get this party started. Yeah, give me that apron. I'll put that apron on so I don't get my vest dirty here. Unless Ruby wants to wear that apron. You want to wear the apron?
No.
It's fashion though, girl.
I don't want.
Papa.
Okay. Get Papa them gloves. Folks, got to have some welding gloves if you're a chronic barbecue specialist. You know what? If I put this apron on, I got to reposition my microphone. So you know what, Big Pumpkin, you can wear the apron because I don't have to mess up my wireless mic. I got it placed properly. Everything's operating in the green. I go to messing around. Next thing you know, I screwed up the audio. Here, baby, you put the apron on, okay? All right, let me show everybody what we're working with here. Folks, working with some chicken wings. Cooked pork steaks last time. She got these chicken wings y'all saw in the video over there at the little market. And, you know, that's what she's used to. I'm a fresh options player. She saw it. She said, oh, let's get everything here. Well, after it was done and over, I said, how much did you pay? And she said $2.20 a kilo. I said, well, my goodness, the other day it was $1.80 at Fresh Options. So she paid more by stopping at the store. A few more steps, we would have got a better deal. Just a minute. Okay. And right here we got the bulgogi sauce. It's basically a barbecue sauce, bulgogi. Sometimes she puts brown sugar in there, but I'm going to tell you, that pork, that bulgogi sauce for pork is just a champion. All right, it's got a little charcoal chimney going on here, again by Barrel Pro. And this is the tray. It's a clean out tray. But you just do it like that. There you go. And then set your charcoal chimney out of the way. Nobody burns themselves on it. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Okay, we'll go practice with him. All right, the kids are over there doing. Oh, the bulgogi sauce. Big Pumpkin dumps the bulgogi sauce. For the love of humanity, the bulgogi sauce. Do you know how expensive that sauce is? Come on, get your spoon over there and just see if you can get the top of it. Oh my gosh, now you got soil all around the rim of the bulgogi sauce, Big Pumpkin.
Change that.
Here, use the glove so you don't burn the hair off your arms. I'm just kidding, she ain't got no hair on her arms. That's hot though. My gosh, for the love of humanity. Now she just hollered out OA. OA means overacting. Means like OA, like a drama queen. You're OA, overacting. So whose fault is that? Is Ruby's fault that you spilled it? My gosh. And I told you, you always put too much sauce in there. You always waste the sauce. No, and now there's a whole bunch right over there. Looks like somebody just got stabbed or we just slaughtered a small pig over there. My gosh, the homeowners association gonna think I'm in here slaughtering pigs. That's what happens when I let Filipinos around my damn barbecue grill. Okay? It would help if I had a lighter that works. Can't get there with this equipment. Look at that thing go. That thing is a champion, just pumping out smoke. Already smelling good. Folks, this is the Home Pro Griller. You go to Barrel Pro's website. I think it's thebarrelpro.ph if I'm not mistaken. That's the Home Pro Griller. It's like 135 bucks, somewhere there. It's an absolute champion. Now I've had several of their smokers, absolute champions. But what I figured out is we don't smoke a lot of meat, just don't have time. But we barbecue every night. So I said, you know what? Let me just go with this guy because it's got that pull-out tray. Where the smokers, you just pull the grates out and you pull out the tray. It's not a big deal, but that's so much more convenient. You just pull that tray out. 100 and something bucks. It's perfect for the average family of 4. And those racks, those stainless steel racks, are absolutely sturdy champions. Now this thing is cooking so quick and so hot, but I'll take this time to prominently display the Lamson Sharp stainless steel barbecue tools. All right, battery went dead. Old single dad Steven Spielberg. Think we're good to go now, hopefully. All right, first turn on these wings. And she's got these coals so hot, just don't take no chances. She gets the coals as hot as she can get them, puts as most. She wants this to cook quickly. I'm more of a slow roll type barbecue dude. I don't get in a big hurry. The Filipinos, they do. They just want it to cook immediately. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that chicken's browning up nicely already. You know what they say. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. So there you go. Yeah, anyhow, these barbecue tools are made in America. Shout out to Raleigh. Haven't seen you in the chat or comments in a long time, my brother. But you gave these to us several years ago and we use them every day. Lost the little leather lanyard off of this one, but the other two still got them. Walnut handles with brass rivets, made in America. And I'll tag these, but you know what YouTube will do? YouTube will say that we never prominently displayed the product in the video, and they'll remove it. And basically, if you click on it and buy it, we take a commission, right? We're salespeople, online salespeople. So y'all can see I have prominently displayed the product, but I guarantee they'll remove it. There you go. How long do I need to display the damn thing, YouTube? You squirrels with the garbage in and garbage out programming over there. Too busy too worried about going and drinking your soy latte, bouncing your stress ball, doing your activism to save the whales. Meanwhile, you're eating a fish sandwich. All right, so back to what we were talking about. We're always evaluating as parents. Are we making the right decisions for our kids? Are we living in the right place? Are we sending them to the right school? There's no rule book, right? It's called life. Some decisions end up being better than others, but we can't predict the damn future. All I can tell you is right now, the good Lord has brought me right here to the Philippines. What's important in life? Cooking, barbecuing, family, being together, spending time. The kids are over there laughing, cutting up. They're playing badminton around the corner. Everybody's happy, just having a great Sunday. Don't matter if I'm standing in this country, America, the Middle East, South America, Central America. It don't matter. I'll be doing the same basic elements. And as long as we got food, shelter, everybody's healthy. Can't ask much more than that. Everything else is secondary. So make sure y'all leave some comments down below. And I've talked about it many times, but the first time I brought up the topic of should you raise kids here or America over a decade ago, it was 50-50, split down the middle. Everybody had a great argument for both sides. I thought it would be more like an 80-20. Nope, 50-50. Everybody had valid arguments. But as time has progressed and America has went downhill with all these movements and everybody not getting along and inflation, it's starting to tip towards it's much better to not be in America. That's my opinion. But back 10 years ago, it was 50-50 split. But again, that's if you have the option. If you have the option to go back to America. A lot of folks find themselves in a situation where it would be tough to go back to America because of the inflation and the home prices. It would be difficult. Sweetie, toughen up. Toughen up. You want to play badminton? Toughen up. My gosh, too much whining going on over there. What's she upset about? You beat her in the badminton?
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Just keep playing the game.
You're ruining her fun. Are you stopping?
You're ruining her fun by not letting her win?
No, by stopping.
Well, that's the problem. See, old single dad lets her win a lot. I need to be toughen up on her. That's good. She's got these older ate to be a little bit more competitive. Okay, so we do have a fresh batch of bulgogi sauce. Now, baby, please, for the love of humanity, don't drop that one. And number two, when we get done cooking, you ladies got to clean that up. It looks like we slaughtered a bad boy out here. You know what I mean? Well, it looks like somebody killed a pig right there.
No, kill a person in there.
That's a quart of blood over there. Eddie Murphy said, quart of blood technique. Now, y'all don't go nowhere because I'm about to read some more comments. And again, one of them, you know, really sort of hit home. And the other two is just a couple donkeys. Trying to be donkeys. Come on now. Just give me one more. That's the difference between my cigar. My cigar, I don't have to do that. The pipe, it's a challenge for me to. Easy, girl. I told you to put that apron on right there. You wearing them Daisy Dukes? Too many cooks in the kitchen. I remember the good old days when Fatima was not allowed to touch my barbecue grill. You know, back when I was on the balcony over there during that lockdown, I did all the cooking. You know, all they did was a prep work and just get the hell out of the way. Let me work my magic on video. And now she just wants to take over my cooking show. You know, maybe I need to put the pimp hand down. Get the strong pimp hand. Just say that grill is off limits to all Filipinos. Unless you show your bar ID card. You know, you work in the bar, you got an ID card, you're welcome to come over and help me grill those chicken wings. Bring your friends. Definition of insanity: doing the same damn thing over and over, expecting different results. Now look, and this one's been dead for weeks, but I'm gonna do it. Nope. Come on now. Come on, be good to your mama. Come on. That's it. I ain't got no matches. I ain't got nothing. Old single dad will not be smoking a pipe right now. Unless I go steal one of the strands off her broom and just light it on them coals. I could do it. That's a lot better than having to rub two sticks together. I could get a fire going. Ah, you know what? I'll just steal some of that cardboard right there. I'm gonna get that pipe lit. Yeah, these some good looking wings. I'll give her this. These are some meaty wings. I got no problem with the quality of the wings. Got no problem. But I could have saved 10 pesos a kilo if I'd have just kept walking to Fresh Options. Worst things in life to have to worry about. But I do like the meatiness. I got no problem with that. They are meaty. And they look fresh. Real nice looking wings. Alright, so while those are going on, I'll try to read you the other comment. A lot of y'all folks, I guess a lot of folks in general, they just read comments anyhow. Now this is a friend of ours here, and this, I don't want to say hurt my feelings or got me concerned, but I'll read it. It's my friend in Sweden. It says, when I found your channel, you were sitting on your balcony sharing your life experiences. When you lived in the greenhouse, it was about family and everyday life. It was interesting and fun. It was a show with substance. It was about you and your family when you moved to the house on the beach. It was about you and your family. When you moved to the house on the beach, it was about Flo's friends. And there was much less story in your content. Okay. And now it's starting to look like it's going to be about Fatima's friends. It feels even more like empty, lazy content to me. Yes, you'll get viewers, but I'm out. I take a break. And again, that's one of our friends in Sweden. And I want to thank you very much for the comment, man. Thank you very much. That's the constructive criticism that you long for, that you like to read, that you need as an artist, as an actor, as a director, as a writer. These days, what do we call creators? I hate using that term because growing up, the creator meant God, right? That's what they call us these days. I don't even know what that means. Content creator, some new shit. I'm a filmmaker. But that's the constructive criticism, the straight from the heart comments that I listen to and I think about. So the gentleman said in the greenhouse, everything was good to go. And I had a lot of her family over there every day. And it was mostly family. So that is a good point. When we were in the greenhouse, it was mostly just family. Occasionally her friends would come over. I did a couple videos of Flo's friends coming over, doing their music stuff, whatever, their dance shit. Again, even in college, they focus more on that dancing crap than they do academics. They were always over at my house dancing and practicing, never studying. Never did they come over as a group and sit down and crack open a book. Never. Yeah, so when we were at the greenhouse, it was mostly family. At the end, cameo appearances, you know, started to see some of her friends, Pia and Maddie. And then when we moved to the beach house, they were over there pretty much more every day. Okay, good job, sweetie, good job. Now, a lot of that had to do with the fact, okay, the greenhouse was on the way to their school, okay? When we lived over in the beach house, we lived near Pia's house, and so it was just a different dynamic about how they hung out and, you know, got back and forth to school. Plus, we had that back deck. It's just a wonderful place for everybody to hang out and barbecue, and plus, they're beautiful women. Why wouldn't I want them on the show? I think we still had everybody. We had everybody there at the beach house that we had over at the greenhouse. But as I talked about before, what I've noticed throughout the years and what he just confirmed is that every time we move, we lose viewers. And when we get to the new place, we gain new viewers. And I talk about it how if you're watching Sanford and Son and you're used to that junkyard and that set and the vibe, then all of a sudden Sanford and Son moved to a, you know, a penthouse condo in Miami Beach, would you still watch Sanford and Son? The answer is probably no, because it's over, it's jumped the shark. So every time we move, the viewers who get used to the characters in the set and that show, and we move and create basically a new show, some people are out and then other people are in. But what I've discussed before too is that what I think is that every time we move or change the characters, you want to use the term jump the shark, whatever, it's just mini jumping the sharks. The whole show is going to survive in the long run because I make those changes. If I stayed in the same place, if I was still broadcasting from that balcony on Times Square, the show would have already been over. It would have jumped the shark, been over. The good thing about this is that I can make those changes. And I make those changes based on our life, not on the show. The show is secondary. I got to make these changes based on what's best for us, what we want to do. And then the last decision is, okay, this is a good place to film, right? And that's just the way it's got to be. So, again, that's a good, constructive, just make me think about it comment. I certainly appreciate it, man. And no, the show's not just going to be about the Syroc girls, but it's like this. A lot of people like to look at beautiful ladies all the time. They love cooking. So when those girls are here, obviously I got the camera out. You're going to see those shows. Are they going to be here every day? No, but during the week they come over for breakfast. Why wouldn't I? At the end of the school year, you won't see them as much anymore. It'll be a totally different show because they'll be doing their own things. It's the summer. So in a few months, I don't want to say you'll never see them again, but you're not going to see that routine because the routine is going to change. When the summer comes around, we're going walkabout. So if you don't like the scenery or the weather or the atmosphere, you just wait around. I'm sure you're going to see a different set coming up. You always will with me. Until I hit 70 or 75, somewhere in there, and I can't go nowhere but the rocking chair. Then the damn scenery is not going to change much. So if you wait around long enough, you don't want things to change, just wait till I can't get out of the goddamn rocking chair. Because I got no plans to quit. I like what I'm doing. I love it. It keeps me active. I'm getting more famous by the day, just waiting on Hollywood to call. Hollywood or Nashville, who wants me first? Hell, I can sing, pick a few chords on the guitar, or I can act. You know, I'll tell y'all a little secret, right? I put in to be an expert. I put in to be an extra on Yellowstone a few years back. You got to fill out this form, you know. You got to send in some pictures. I just sent a picture of this. He said, "What's your occupation?" I said, "I'm a train robber. I rob trains." I mean, you know, you got thousands of applications. How do you stand out? Apparently, whoever was selecting the extras didn't find that too amusing. I don't know why. You're looking for villains. You're looking for cowboys. I can ride a horse. All right, you don't got to teach me how to ride a damn horse. I know my way around a horse. I know how to saddle a horse. Trust me, I can ride a goddamn horse. Anyhow, there's your little tidbit. Still waiting on them to call. It's not too late. I don't know if that show's over. They're still filming spin-offs. I don't know. But I figured I could have been a villain on the show. Anyhow, folks, life is short. You think I'm gonna cry over the fact that Yellowstone didn't call me? Cause I figured, hey, once I get on there as an extra, be like what happened to John Wayne, you know? Next thing you know, he's a superstar. Still waiting on him to call. Who knows? Maybe they thought that I was really in prison for robbing a train or something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they said, "Oh, we can't have no felons on here." Guess where I screwed up? What I should have done was sent them some pictures, send them 3-4 pictures of me sitting on my damn horse. That might have pulled them in there. Got plenty of those pictures. Could have pulled those out. Prove that I know my way around a horse. Anyhow. Don't take things too seriously, folks, because life is too short. Would have loved to have been an extra on that show. There ain't no tear rolling down my cheeks. I didn't get the call. I put the application in. I swung that fucking bat. I stepped up to the plate and struck out. That's okay. That's how I look at life. I put in for it, and I let them turn me down. I don't turn myself down. I don't recommend you do that either. Don't turn yourself down in any situation. For my younger cats, you're thinking about a supervisor job comes open, you put in for that shit. Don't tell yourself, "Oh, I'm not qualified," or "I don't think I can manage, 5 or 10 people," whatever. You put in for it and you let them tell you yes or no. Worst they can do is tell you no. You ain't the supervisor now, so you got nothing to lose. Any job coming up, "Oh, maybe I don't have the requirements." Bullshit. Put in for it. A lot of times it's just about creative writing on your damn resume. You know what I mean? And the resume these days means nothing. It's about how you do in a damn interview. You go in there, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, you baffle them with bullshit. That's how politicians get elected. Okay? They got zero brilliance, 99% of them. Zero brilliance. So what do? They baffle the masses with bullshit. There you go. Got a couple more comments here. Gentleman trying to hurt my feelings. I'm going to give you your 2 seconds of fame. Okay? I'm going to give you this little bit of fame here. This gentleman says something about, what video was this on? It's a short or something. I got rid of them damn shorts. "Foreigners with bad taste, lacking class, get out." It looks like that came from a Filipino gentleman. And I don't know if you were responding to somebody else's comment, man, or you talking about me. You'll hear that a lot. Hear that a lot of comments over the years. "We should deport you. Get out of my country, blah, blah, blah." A lot of them are living over in America in my country. They get pissed off. Think they know everything about the place. They ain't never lived here. Anyhow, Let's see. That's a funny one. Want to know why I'm wearing my sunglasses in the house? Because I make this look good. Let's see. I think I already roasted this cat right here. It's more of a threat right here, this gentleman. I'll give you another 2 seconds of fame just to show y'all what you get in this game. I was with you, but after this ignorant video post, delete your channel. Don't want to be a keyboard warrior and call you out, but when I see you, I will properly address you. Now, would you perceive that as a threat? When I see you, I will properly address you. Wouldn't want to be anything like you, improperly formed and speaking on a topic. But when I see you, I will properly address you. Did I get that right? All right, let me practice my lines here. I'm gonna practice that. When I see you, I will properly address you. Cut! How'd I do? Did I get the part? Oh, thank you. Another Billy Badass. When he sees me, he's going to properly address me. I hope you do. Hope you do, my young friend. Hope you properly address me. Being that I'm your elder, you start out with a word. How are you, sir? Sir, how are you? That'd be properly addressing me since I'm older than you. I will properly address you. You start out by, sir, how are you? Afternoon, sir. How about that? Folks, you get this shit all the time. You want to get into the public realm, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to be internet famous. Why do you think the stars over in Hollywood have to have all this security? Because they got nutcases coming over the fence, coming over the wire. Entertainment game, a little bit of fame brings out the nutcases. And that's one of them. Just because I said something he don't agree with in politics, whatever. Who gives a shit, man? And you're gonna come over here to my little piece of digital real estate and say, action! When I see you, I will properly address you. Cut! I love you, man. You just gave me 5 minutes of airtime. Baby. Okay, let me know how you face the camera so you can see. When I see you, I will properly address you.
What?
Were you scared?
No.
All right, let me try it again, okay? Let me try it one more time, okay? Action! When I see you, I will properly address you.
Huh? Hot dog.
Hot dog? What's a hot dog got to do with my lines?
I said ha.
Hot dog.
Oh, you said ha.
Hot dog.
They're supposed to be scary. Let me try it again because the Kuya sent that message, right? He said, action. When I see you, I will properly address you. Ma'am. There you go, man. There's your 2 minutes of fame. Here, baby, you try it out. Try out those lines. Just say it.
When I see you.
Oh, easy. Try it again, baby. Watch the breast violations. You just call for lines. You say, what's my lines? Lines. When I see you, I will properly address you. I will properly address you. But you gotta be mean like you're trying to fight, right? Okay, hold on, wait. I gotta say action. Okay, you say action. Ready? Say action.
Action.
Say action again. Baby, hoo-ha violation. Turn your legs that way a little bit. I gotta edit that out. Too much. There you go, right there. Too much.
When I see you.
Baby, you gotta be serious here. The dude's trying to threaten us here. Come on, be serious. Give him some seriousness. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When I see you, I will properly address.
Does Steven Spielberg have these same problems directing actors and actresses? Baby, one more time. Come on, serious.
When I see you, I will properly address you.
One more time, baby. One more time. Again. Action.
When I see you, I will properly address you.
Okay, now do it to the camera. I think you're ready. No, listen. Let me stand out of frame. Come on. Come on, hurry up. You're gonna burn the chicken wings. Look right here and act like this is the man who just threatened you. Ready? Action. Right here. Right
He's
here.
talking to me?
Yeah, he wants to fight. So we gotta.
He going to fight me?
Yes, you have to say, when I see you, I will properly address you. Right here, right here, right here. Go.
When I see you.
Baby. Come on, be serious now. Serious. Right there at the camera. Action.
When I see you, I will properly address you.
I don't know. I wasn't scared. Were you scared? I wasn't scared, not the least bit. All right, watch me, baby. You want to try it, Ruby?
No.
Can you try the lines?
No, I want.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Say action, Ruby.
Action.
When I see you, I will properly address you.
This is serious anymore.
You gotta say cut, or I'm still in character. Ah, okay. How'd I do, Coach? There you go, man. There's your time in the spotlight. Now maybe English is not your primary language, or maybe you were drinking, but the average person, I think, would perceive that to be some type of threat of physical violence if we come into contact with one another. So the peace activist in me says, hey man, thank you for the comment. Can't we just disagree on topics and still be friends? Please keep watching. You know, I need you here on my show. But there's a redneck side of me. And the redneck in me says, I'm your huckleberry. Because when I see you, I will properly address you. Cut!
When I see you, I will properly address you.
Tell him, baby. He's threatening you. He's threatening you. Come on, get in the role. Get angry.
Why are you threatening me?
He's angry because you don't treat me good. He says you're a bad mother. You're a bad wife. And just tell him, say, when I see you, I will properly address you. Right there. Action.
I don't care.
Sorry, man. She don't care. But thank you for 10 good minutes of acting practice.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. I'll put that shit on a t-shirt, man. Make $1 million. Thank you. You're not getting a cut. I'm getting another one here. Let's see. Oh, this is old TW. Man, I just gave you credit during the live stream last night, man. Here you are again. TW trying to hurt my feelings. I don't really blame you staying there. What have you got to go back to that shithole for you have a brain dead wife? You have a brain dead wife and a fucked up kid. TW. TW swinging that bat trying to cut me deep. Got a retarded wife and a fucked up kid. My goodness. And folks, he's trying to hit me and hurt my feelings because my son is autistic. You got to do better than that, my friend. You got to do much better than that. Ain't no tear coming down my face right here. Look here. It's not going to happen. Okay? You think that hurts my feelings? It don't. What it does, and what I like the fact that you come out with them comments, is it lets you self-identify to the world that you are a fucking psychopath or a sociopath. They're very similar, but the definitions, anyhow. You're a nutcase. And so you just told the entire world that I'm a miserable fucking nutcase. Sociopath. So you self-identify. That's why I don't get rid of y'all. That's why I never get rid of these haters and trolls, whatever you want to call them, these deranged individuals. Because if you get rid of them, you don't let them identify who they are. The more they write, the more you know about them. The more you can psychoanalyze them and tell exactly who they are. So you're welcome, old TW. Keep swinging the bat. I need you here. You can be as nasty as you want to me because you're not going to fucking hurt my feelings. You're just going to give me airtime to talk about it and put money in my pocket, and for that I certainly appreciate you. But the only thing I ask is that instead of leaving like a 3-line comment, I want you to write more so I could basically make a whole show out of your one comment. If you would leave a comment about that long, just like my friend's email about that same length, I can do an entire show. And I need the beer money because I might go back to drinking. So I certainly appreciate you, everything that you do. The problem is, if you do this to me, you do it to dozens of other people saying very personal things, trying to get emotions out of them. And that's the problem I have with you. If you were just doing it to me here, man, you're free to stay here and say anything you want. You really are. You're welcome here. But if you do this to me, you do it to dozens of other people, and you probably do hurt their feelings and make some people cry. And that's what's pretty shitty. So just stop doing that shit. You're welcome here. And maybe over time, you can stop doing that and start leaving some really good constructive comments and feel like you're a part of a group of friends that'll listen to you, man. Listen to your problems. We don't know what's going on in your world. Maybe you're angry because you just found out you got cancer or you got 6 months to live. And I'll tell you what I learned through all my friends dying is that towards the end, they all got uncharacteristically mean. Just not within their personality. Usually they're the nicest people, what have you. But right before they died, there was a shift to where they were fucking mean to other people. And you're like, whoa, what the hell was that? Maybe just too drunk, right? And what I've realized, especially with the last one, is that every one of them had in common their last few months on this earth, they got fucking mean. Uncharacteristically. In other words, that was not their personality. And why? They hurt, they felt bad, maybe they were hiding some injuries or illnesses, what have you. And so when anybody that I know has that personality shift and they fucking get mean, I'm on it. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? What's wrong with you? You're not feeling good? You went to the doctor? Fucking open up and tell me, because that's not like you to be that mean. That's just my experiences. Okay, so we got a Barrel Pro hat going on with Ruby. And shout out to the good folks at Barrel Pro. They sent us a free hat and a free t-shirt when we bought that grill. Free shipping too. Thank y'all very much down there. So folks, if you're in the Philippines, check out Barrel Pro. They're not paying me. There's no affiliate links. It's just a good product. And appreciate the fact that my grill is made locally and not in China. Okay, and that's why I'll keep buying grills from them. That's our 4th or 5th grill, I can't remember. Every time we move, I give the grill away. So there's other people around the PI that are gonna have a grill for life thanks to us. Feel good about that. It's like Hemingway said, you don't really own anything until you can give it away. And maybe the quote was, until you give it away. I'm gonna have to research that. You don't actually own anything until you can give it away. There you go. Anyhow, TW, man. Thank you for the comment. Now there is a redneck side of me. There's a redneck side of me. You can say that to me and she's immune to it now. Years ago she would cry over that. And I would shield her from reading the comments because I didn't want her to see it because she would get upset and cry. And now, she'd just give you the finger. So I'm not worried about her, but I used to have to shield her from that stuff. But there is a redneck side to me. But you didn't bring it out. It just doesn't bring out any emotions. Here's another one. Your show sucks. Used to like it, but it's so boring anymore. You are either cooking. Yeah, that's what we do here. Okay, we do a lot of cooking. It's been that way from the beginning. It's about everyday life. What do you do every day? You cook. It's about cooking or going to some other country. The tagline is food, visas, and beer. Food, beer, and visas, right? Visas, travel. Food, beer, visas. That was the initial tagline when I rebranded this thing, the Overstay Road. Going to some other country and leaving your kids behind, or you're trying to act intelligent, which we both know you are not. Your wife is retarded just like your son. If you would have gotten a normal wife, your son would have been normal. Well, here you go. You spell retarded with a T. If you're gonna hit me, I insist on proper grammar, proper spelling. Okay? Either you spelled it Y-O-U-R, there should be an apostrophe R-E. So if you're gonna hit me and try to hurt my feelings, I insist on you doing spell check, please. Yeah, there's a shitty sentence like that with all those spelling errors. I can't take you serious. It's like I'm looking at a guy with skinny jeans on. Okay, now who is this here messing up my audio? Who is this? Atisika, how are you, darling? Hello, ladies. All right, we're barbecuing over here. You got ladies are playing cards. All right. It's the Ciroc girls are playing cards wherever they're at. So anyhow, I got a gentleman complaining that all I do is cook, travel, and what else? Then why do you come to a cooking/travel show? There's only about 1 billion other topics a day to look at, but you're gonna come to my show. That's like me going to the food channel and complaining that I don't want to watch food content. They're using that big word again. Okay, Big Pumpkin, being that that's destroying my entire audio, I've only been doing this with you for 8 years. Can you cease the chismes with the Ciroc girls? You'll see them in a couple days. My God, audio's a little messed up. Why? My son's getting rowdy, and then she's over there was talking to the Ciroc girls with the volume as loud as it will go. And when I'm talking to you fine folks,
No, that's not it. I know. You need to.
I know that's not yet. I know. I know that's not yet. I know. That was the sentence that she just uttered. I know that's not yet. I know. What she's trying to say is that those 2 pieces of chicken are not yet done. And what I do when they get almost done, I paint them and put them up on bake mode. Now she didn't put them up there. She doesn't share my philosophy. But if you put them up top when they're almost done and you paint them, it doesn't burn the sauce. But she's in such a big hurry. All right, so now I've got the little bit more quiet here. I'll just take this time to say thank you very much for watching my show. Thank you very much for leaving comments. Everybody that sends super chat, Amazon wish list stuff for the kids, our members, thank y'all very much. I certainly appreciate y'all. Get a fire started here without making too big of a mess where I can light my pipe. That dude right there, see if he'll catch on fire. Just shove it in there. Not gonna put too much effort into it. I want that thing to just bake. Temperature's coming on up. Should have enough charcoal left. Almost catching that thing on fire. Yeah, folks, life is good. Tropical depression, Wilma, nothing. I mean, I'm talking absolutely nothing. It was just a beautiful cool night last night. And folks, Forrest G, he was hungry. He was starving. That's why he was so noisy. And the ladies went to the store. I said, feed that boy. Let him go ahead and eat. So he is chowing down on some macaroni and cheese and barbecue chicken. How's it taste, Butter-O? That's what we're working with right there, folks. I ran out of memory card space. That's why I had to come in here and dump the footage. Big Pumpkin has made macaroni cheese. And there's the rice cooker, the rice pot. You know there's going to be rice no matter what you make here in the Philippines. But look at that chicken. I did a great job on that chicken, folks. What are you talking about? I'm clearly the chef here. I tend to disagree with you, Big Pumpkin. You got a little
you just
side boob violation.
Your script.
Side boob violation. Pay 20 pesos.
What?
The side of your boob is hanging out. Breast violation. Not running National Geographic here. You look beautiful today, Big Pumpkin.
Of course.
Now, why are the ladies at the store for the third time today?
I don't know if they're going store, but Ruby's bored.
They're out walking?
Yeah. Because earlier she asked me if they have a playground in here.
All right, so they're at the playground.
So Maria tell them to go in the playground.
Okay, but there was this thing called supper. That's what we've been cooking for the past hour, 2 hours.
Because when they go, it's not yet I'm going to call her.
That is some great looking chicken with that bulgogi sauce. My goodness. So folks, I'll take this time to say thank you very much for joining me on this show, for listening to my voice, watching me cook this delicious barbecue for everybody's supper tonight. And man, we are certainly blessed to have them beautiful chicken wings and macaroni and cheese. If y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up button, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave me a big long comment to make them Google squirrels happy. Them Google squirrels inside this dang old computer. They decide whether you eat rice or lobster or starve. Or they could be nice to you and you get to go to Sizzler for that month. So y'all help us out if you don't mind. Leave anything you want. Just let your fingers do the talking. Leave a big old long comment. And if you hit the very end, you can leave another one. You can leave as many as you want. So folks, with that, here's the ladies coming back. Where you ladies been? Okay, you went for a long walk. Did you play badminton?
And Auntie buy something there.
Okay, so y'all bought something at the Sorry store? Okay, well go on in and wash your hands. Supper's ready, okay? Papa be right in there. Alright, so the ladies are back after a nice walk. Alright folks, I'm out of here. It's time to go eat. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. And peace out, my friends. What? What's that? Action! When I see you, I will properly address you. Cut! What, I messed up the lines? Damn, I don't remember my lines. I done forgot my lines. Baby, can you help me out with my lines? What were my lines, baby? It was when I see you, I will properly address you.
No, we're going to eat now.
Are you gonna eat? Okay, go ahead and make me a plate. Make me a plate, Ruby. I don't want to have to make my own plate. Please make me a plate, Dawn. I'll be right in there. Well, Smoke, when I see you, I will properly address you. Yeah, this is really me. This is really my head. Sometimes I crack myself up. I know Kevin what's his name? Kevin Costner. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for watching the show. I know you're kicking yourself for not calling me to be on Yellowstone. Can't win them all, man. Maybe next time. I'm out of here. Peace out. Love each and every one of you.